This is Asa Jackson from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and receiving a national award for my punt return skills, a huge honor for me. It's something that you dream about as a kid, in the sense that especially for me, being a kid who has grown up, eat, sleeping, and doing football as a part of my life for so long, is something that I've dreamt about. And, just to be nationally recognized in anything, first and foremost, is kind of a dream for anybody. But for it to be for something that I love and that I take so seriously, and that, this is what I do, being football, is, I couldn't think of a better way, to end my college career. Yeah, absolutely. It feels great because, I recognize that all those guys have good skills, and, it makes me appreciate the award that much more, that you guys would think that I would be in the same class as them to be recognized. At this point, the number one goal, obviously, is to be drafted in the 2012 draft. A personal goal, a little, piggybacking off that, is for me at least, to try to be one of the first 100 picks. That's a goal that me and my family have set. Something that I'm looking forward to. And then going off that, trying to make an impact in the league, wherever I do get drafted my first year, whether it's first special teams, punt return, kick return, or on the field as a defensive back. As an athlete, I would say that first and foremost, I pride myself on being a smart football player, in the sense that I believe I have a pretty high football IQ. I try to, be educated on knowing what's coming from the offenses that I face. And also, in addition to that, I rely on my speed and quickness a lot, and my technique. I feel that I'm going to be a guy that's going to, be able to come in, show good technique, and, be able to couple that with speed and quickness, and hopefully that'll help you make an impact. For young punt return, first and foremost, just getting your feet right. Because for me, the first thing that I had to do when learning how to catch punts is keep your feet, because that's your base. So a lot of people want to try to lean out and get outside their base to catch the ball, rather than taking a couple extra, few short chop steps in order to catch the ball. That's how you eliminate fumbles. So first and foremost, you got to have a good base when you're catching the ball. And second, being able to catch the ball with one hand or two hands, or being able to catch it under pressure, with people in your face, just doing drills, having a coach maybe tap you or hit you while you're catching the ball, or waving his arms in your face, because there's all kind of distractions when you're out there on the field. Those are the drills that I used extensively through my 3 years of catching punts, and they worked out. To be honest with you, my biggest hobbies are, I play a lot of video games, so I don't know if that's really going to help me after football. But to be honest, I want to go into either coaching or scouting. Football's been such a big part of my life for so long. I honestly can't see my life without football at this point. So I'd really be interested in going into coaching or scouting. But I want to for sure stay around football. Yeah, absolutely. There's been times in my life when, for me, I'm not a big person by stature. I've always been told, you're too small to play football, and even by people in my family, I've been told that they didn't think I was big enough to continue playing this game. So fighting through all of that and proving that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. That's been a struggle I've carried with me every day from the time I was in high school playing this game real competitively. In addition to that, I've had numerous friends of mine that have gone back different paths that I didn't necessarily agree with, and unfortunately I had to leave them behind to chase my dream. Nobody ever wants to see their friends do that, but that's how it happens sometimes. And luckily I was able to make a better decision, and football's been my life, and so I wasn't willing to throw that away for anything. To be honest with you, I want to score on every single time I touch the ball. Being a DB, I don't get to touch it too many times, so when I do get it, whether it's on an interception or, in this case, a punt return, I'm trying to score. It's one of those things, you still want to be careful, obviously have good ball security and have everything, but my mind is set on the end zone every time I touch the ball. For the next level, I do actually. I do a three-finger salute. That's something that me and my friend Deontay Williams back at Cal Poly, shout out to Deontay, but we kind of came up with it. It's like the AOK sign salute, and then just like a dude with a revolver, I just tuck it in back to my holster. First and foremost, everything that I do in this world is for my grandparents. They struggled to be able to put my parents in a situation and then put me in a situation to be successful in this country. So everything that I do is for them, and they inspire me every day. Step down from that, my parents have been very influential in my life. They've supported me from the time they let me start playing sports when I was 4 years old up until this day. And then other than that, Eric Thompson, who's been my coach, he's my first Pop Warner coach. He's the dad of my best friend, Brandon Thompson, who plays corner for the Washington Redskins. He's been a huge person in my life, training me, coaching me, teaching me how to be professional, and teaching me how to play the cornerback position. In addition to him, three other people that have been really influential uncles in my life, Mark Harris, Marvin Speed, and Victor McFarland. Those guys have all played a huge role in making me the man that I am today, and I couldn't be more thankful to them. Actually, I've been a big sports guy ever since I can remember. A lot of kids go through an action figure phase, and a lot of kids, play with airplanes and stuff. But literally, from the time I was 4 years old, I've been a real big high energy kid when I was younger. My parents put me in sports, and it's been something that I've literally ran with ever since then. My first sport was soccer. That was actually probably my first love. But then I got turned on to football and track when I got maybe to about the 4th or 5th grade. And ever since then, I've been a real big football, track, and basketball guy. And that's basically what I've done. While some of my best friends that I'm still great friends with today, they would be playing with action figures with each other, and I would be down with the adults watching Sports Center and watching the games and stuff. So sports has been my life ever since I was, real young. And, and to this day, I think it's helped me become the player that I am. So every year in fall camp, so one of the, it's happened to me literally 3 years in a row. We do the straight leg march drill to warm up. And every single year in camp, I always try to kick too hard and I fall right on my back. So it literally happened to me my freshman year, my sophomore year, and my junior year within the first 2 days of camp. I don't know why. I guess I was just a little too anxious, a little too happy to be back on the field. But every single year, I would fall a little too hard in the straight-legged march drill, fall right on my back and my head. So everybody would always laugh at me, even though, I was one of the team leaders. Everybody always got a good kick out of that. Absolutely. Cal Poly is a great place. It's located about 3 hours north of Los Angeles and about 2.5 hours, 3 hours south of San Jose. It's right in the middle of Central Coast, California. The campus is beautiful. One of the best things about San Luis Obispo is that it's like 75 degrees and sunny year-round. So while, people on the East Coast are dealing with snow, I have friends that go to the beach in the middle of December and January. So, you can't beat the weather out there. It's the California sunshine. The campus is great. It's sitting up on a hill, so you can look out into the Central Valley. You get great views from campus. If anyone ever gets to go to that area, definitely have to go to Pismo Beach. It's a great beach. The water's a little cold, but the sun is great. The weather's always great. And also, Firestone Grill on Higuera Street downtown. You'll get the best tri-tip sandwich you will ever try. If you go to San Luis Obispo, gotta go to Firestone and get the tri-tip sandwich. My former return coach was Aristotle Thompson. And, first and foremost, you gotta keep your eyes on the ball. Even though there may be guys bearing down on you, the first thing and the most important thing is possession of the ball. The defense just worked hard to get off the field. You don't want to be the one to mess it up and put them back on the field by muffing the punt and letting the other team, even flipping the field position. So first thing you got to do is, keep your eyes on the ball, catch the ball, have your elbows in tight when you catch the ball so it doesn't go right through the basket, as he says. And in addition to that, keeping your feet in your base, keeping your body underneath or on top of your base. Having good foot movement and having your feet down on the ground when you catch the ball is critical. Like I said, numerous times, I'm a big sports guy. So obviously, the NCAA 12 game, I'm on that a lot. Madden, I'm on that a lot. NBA 2K12, that's another popular one. But actually, one of my best friends just turned me on to this new Batman Arkham City. I've never really been like a story player, video game player, but the Batman Arkham City is probably one of the best games out right now. So I'm spending a lot of hours on that one. And in addition to that, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, can't go wrong with either of those. Absolutely. I've always been, I'm a huge Raider fan from the day I was born. So Nnamdi Asomugha has always been a inspiration to me, just seeing the way that he shuts down half the field. But, I'm not as big as him, so I have to play a little bit of a different game. But for sure, Charles Woodson, when he was back on the Raiders, I've always liked him. And Darrelle Revis, another one, Champ Bailey. Those four guys have really been people that I've tried to model my game after in a sense of taking half the field away. About is Tremaine Johnson. He and I are pretty good friends now just because, he's from California too. He's from a city called Stockton, which is about 30 minutes up the road from where I'm from in Sacramento. And, both playing corner, both being dudes that are being looked at by the NFL has been kind of brought us together, helped us, forge a little friendship. So that's been good. Tremaine's a great player. Obviously, his size and everything is second to none. You don't find that every day. But, and his coverage skills, too. He's a real solid player. So he's absolutely deserving of that award. He's been one of the top players in the FCS for the last few years. Someone that I've tried to have he's helped me push my game to the next level, seeing somebody, number one from my area, and, number two is someone that's a like-minded individual in the sense that we're both, about making it to the league. We've never been guys that just, we're just out here to play football. But, we both led a game, and for him to win that award, he's absolutely deserving of it. And, every one of my teammates in the Mustang family, it's hard for me to leave them because they've been such a big part of my life for the last 4 years. I love all those guys to death. It was a pleasure to play with them and for them for the last 4 years, and number one, represent the institution of Cal Poly the way that we did on the football field, and number two, be able to wear that green and gold with some really talented and smart individuals for the 4 years. I love those guys to death, and I wish them all the best in the upcoming season. Yeah, I was a international business management major. Cal Poly is a pretty hard school when it comes to academics, and it's a pretty rigorous course load being on the quarter system. So, it was challenging, but it was, rewarding at the same time in the sense that, I really feel like if I had to, apply the knowledge to the business world that I got from Cal Poly, that I would be in a very good spot. One of the most influential teachers in my life, and one that I forged a lifelong relationship with, Colette Frame. She was a teacher that I had this past quarter in an international class, and the way that she taught the class really helped me because I'm more of a visual and hands-on learner, and the way that she taught it was just perfect for me. It really helped me grasp the material in a tangible way that I can, therefore not only remember, but apply also to real-life situations that I may encounter in the business world. Absolutely. The fans of Cal Poly, even though our stadium only fits about 12,000, they're still some of the loudest fans that I've, experienced in my 4 years playing. We've played all over the country, trust me. And, the Cal Poly fans really know how to get up and get loud when the time is right. So I appreciate every one of the fans, and I hope that they'll keep going out and supporting the Mustangs for a lot of years. It's a great honor. You know, just like I said in the beginning, you know, growing up being a sports kid and now growing into a sports young man, it's a great honor to see that someone recognized my skills to be the best in the country. It's something that I'll cherish, and I'll be able to look back on this 2011 season, and it'll bring back great memories. Yeah, so I'd just like to thank the College Football Performance Award for recognizing my skills. You know, the fact that this award is based on performance shows me that they really do dig down and do their homework about who's out there, you know, performing rather than just looking at, you know, all the hype that may be around certain people. And that means a lot because I put a lot into what I do out there on the field, especially in the special teams and return game. And I'm happy that they recognized that and wanted to give me an award for it.